Hello, my name is Madeleine Easton and I am Artistic Director of Australia's one and only dedicated Bach ensemble, Bach Academy Australia. I'm just here to talk to you today about this fantastic program we have coming up in the next couple of weeks. Now, some of you may have heard of an oratorio or a cantata. And if you have, you will know that a cantata comes from the Latin verb canere, which means to sing. Now, where do you think the name canary comes from? It's a singing bird. Anyway, a cantata is what used to be performed in church services way back in the 1700s in Lutheran Germany. And an oratorio is related to the word oration, which some of you also might be familiar with. Now, those of you who are really interested in debating or the art of communication or rhetoric in general, this is right up your alley. Because an oratorio is basically musical storytelling, and the hands-down master of this form of music making is J.S. Bach. Now, I know you guys all know about J.S. Bach, obviously so much fantastic repertoire, but what you may not know is J.S. Bach wrote over 200 cantatas, absolutely amazing, and lots of oratorios. Now, the one we're performing in a couple of weeks' time is his Easter oratorio. And this is actually a really important work for us musicians and the public in general, because it really does tell the Easter story. There are two times of years which are really important to musicians, Christmas and Easter. Some would argue Easter is even more important than Christmas in some ways. Now, Bach wrote lots of fantastic passions, but also these wonderful Easter oratorios. And I just think how incredible it was that he even wrote this, because he had such a hard life in Leipzig. I don't know if you guys know this, but he had 20 children, many of which didn't survive. He also had to teach all the boys at the Thomas Schule over there, plus provide music every single week for 3 different churches in Leipzig, but he still managed to come up with this amazing work. So can you imagine what it would have been like to be in Leipzig in 1725, 3 days earlier on Good Friday, hearing the premiere of his St. John Passion, one of the greatest works ever written by anybody. Then 3 days later, the Easter Oratorio, which is one of the most jubilant, incredible works. I just can't imagine what it would have been like being there in the congregation, being just given this incredible music. Anyway, it's your chance to hear it now. So come along in a couple of weeks and hear us with international soloists, an amazing choir and orchestra, perform this very important and more importantly, jubilant and joyful work.